select play.
You might get me.
Oh,
I got
on the
it.
dick.
There you go. Kawaii laser dive kick hearts crystal. The newest.
Select play.
Go off. Oh no. Oh.
Welcome to select play.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Yo, get hype.
Yo, get hype. Dark Souls 2 DLC is finally out. It's been out for almost a month now, but we're here to review it. I think the new one's actually coming out, the second one.
Is what, soon?
Yeah, probably. I think I heard like they're coming out every other month. Not every other month, but every month at least one DLC will be coming out.
Yeah.
And this one came out a couple weeks ago. This one's called what? Crown of the Sunken Head King or fucking
The Crown of the Sunken King. Yeah.
There you go. Close enough.
There you go.
There you go. Nailed it. And this one is well, it's the first part of I guess a trilogy of DLCs that will be
I'm hoping are gonna be good.
Good. Okay. And it has a story too, right? There is a story to this.
There is a story to this. It's nothing but setup for a story to come, but it's a story.
Okay, so it's the beginning of a story.
Yeah, it's the beginning of a story that should get good.
Okay. Well, I played a very small amount of it because I was very far behind. I was not even close to the place I had to be to even start this DLC. So I got all the way up to that part in the game. In Dark Souls 2, the original game, and I was like,
the DLC part?
Yeah, where you have to be to access the DLC.
Yeah,
which
for those who don't know, to get to the DLC, you need to kill the Rotten.
Yeah, who's the easy boss, by the way?
Yeah, just stick to his left, or just stick to the swing side, cut off his arms. Pro tip, easy.
Yeah, I just
easy.
I just kept swinging until he was dead.
That's the general strategy of any Souls game.
Yeah, pretty much. But
swing. Then dead.
Yeah, after you kill him, there's like an opening onto the right where you go, and there's a primal bonfire. If you have the DLC, you can also start the DLC there. If you don't, you just get the primal bonfire, and then you go home. And then you go home, and then
that's it.
Do it all over again until you get our primal bonfire, and then rinse and repeat. But
exactly.
That's how Dark Souls goes. And in this DLC, I played about I would say 20 minutes of it. I played the first beginning part where you start off, you have to go and like travel through this like it looks like a underground city or something like that.
Yeah, basically, it's just a sunken kingdom.
Okay.
The entire thing is Sunken Kingdom.
Okay, so yeah. Now I get the title, Sunken King. I didn't meet him because I didn't play far enough. Well, I don't even know. You probably don't see the Sunken King or his crown in this episode, do you?
Yeah. What, the Sunken King?
Yeah, do you see him?
No, maybe, I don't know. If anything, I was too busy being annoyed with each boss fight. The last boss that you fight, that was the dragon that you immediately see.
Oh, okay. So you didn't, alright, you beat the DLC, but you didn't fight no Sunken King.
You fight the Squalor Queen, but that's about it.
Okay, so
there is no king, and if I am about to be blasted for that, for being wrong. If there is a king, I'm sorry I didn't notice. There was too much. I was speculating too much of things that were going to happen and trying so fucking hard to be like, I want to beat this one Goon Squad boss, but I can't.
Now, there is a crown.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, there you go. So no Sunken King, but you have his crown, so I guess the DLC title makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Get crown.
Yeah, okay, so I only played about 20 minutes of it. It was hard as fuck. I mean, it was tough. I mean, Dark Souls 2 is tough, but I usually have no problems with the lesser enemies, you know, just the grunts. But those guys were giving me shit, man. They were pummeling the fuck out of me. They were tough. There was a bunch of them at once, and I couldn't make it through. I was just like, I guess I'm just not strong enough. Yeah, I was not. I could beat the Rotten in like one try, but I couldn't fight 3 of those guys at once. They were wrecking me.
Yeah, right. No, they're actually a lot of the enemies, like the normal enemies, are like crazy fucking hard. Or there's like the first ones that you find, or at least that you see, that have like that crazy mace on them.
Yeah.
If like the first time I fight them, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep backing them up, you know, until I can get in that good swing. Because my build at the time consisted of no shield, just the Mastodon Greatsword.
Okay.
And so I was like, "Oh, I'll just keep backing him up till I can get a good hit in." And they lunge in the air and fucking crash me into the ground. And they almost died immediately. Oh shit!
Yeah, I found out in the beginning you could just make a jump for this big hole in the ground. If you jump down there, they don't follow you. But even if you do that, like you take some damage and you get out of there, and then there's another like 3 of them chasing after you. I'm like, God damn it! So
yeah, right.
I didn't play much of this DLC, but he played it pretty much all.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the DLC as a whole? Just your opinion of it, just right now, straight up. What'd you think of it?
Not impressed.
Really? Not impressed?
Not impressed. Every boss, they'll just nitpick, I guess, because as far as just standard enemies go, they weren't really bad.
Okay.
There was one that was obnoxious. He's, I guess they were just called Shade.
Okay.
And I guess you never fought them. They were just, they looked like ghosts.
Oh, okay.
That's it. But you deal... No, you can't hit them unless if you have, I think, lightning enchanted shit.
Okay.
You need to have your Hummone enchanted shit in order to do damage to these guys.
JoJo reference.
Yay! You need to do lightning damage to even hurt them. So if you have lightning spears, you'll drop them immediately.
Okay.
Or if your faith is high enough, it'll hit them hard. Or if you're like me, where I depended entirely on a strength build and I didn't know these guys existed the first time I went through, you enchant it with the lightning shit. You go from dealing no damage to 20 damage.
Okay.
So you deal still nothing, and they have a bullshit amount of health. You can't really stun them that much.
Okay.
They have crazy poise, even with the stone ring on.
Okay. So this DLC was like, from what I'm understanding, it was hard in the unenjoyable way. Unlike most of Dark Souls 2, where it's hard but it's enjoyable because it's so hard.
Yeah.
This one, it's just it's so damn hard that it's just not enjoyable.
It's hard because hard. Though, to be honest, those enemies did have a way around it, which is if you want to go look for their actual bodies, they'll break the moment you hit them, which is fine. But there's one specific room where they're just fucking filled everywhere with these guys. Okay. And you have to run through a gauntlet of them to find the room full of them, and there's a room full of them where you need to break the body. So you're like, I've aggroed everything, I'm not living this fight. But once you break them, then they're like hittable again, but it's like, fuck, I had to go through all that, like... Yeah. I think they're the Drake Blood, the Drake Blood Knights.
Yeah, Drake Blood Knights, Black Drake Blood Knights.
Yeah, I think it's them. They're just like the normal sized people, and their poise is once again beyond ridiculous for people who are, if not smaller than you, your height, versus the other guys who are way taller than you. These guys are your height with not a crazy big looking shield and a greatsword that isn't looking that big either. But there's no way around them. There's in like Demon Souls and like Dark Souls, like you can, if you were really good, you can go through the whole game with getting hit very few times. These enemies, you had to have a trade for trade hit. Okay. There was no way around it. Unless if magic or just like luck of frames, it was almost always a trade for trade hit. Either I'm bad, or that's how that enemy worked, which isn't really fair. Yeah. Because you need like 6 hits to possibly kill them. I need like 2 hits to die. Right. Yeah. And just to clarify this of why it sounds like I'm weak. He's definitely I beat the game first, and then went, oh, that's right, the DLC came out. Yeah. So I played through 2 my way to the area, and then played through 2 through the entire area. Yeah, so he played the game. So I'm guessing you played the game 1.5 times. It was New Game Plus. Okay, New Game Plus. All right. So. Yeah, I went through it New Game Plus. So he's not weak. Now no. I'm definitely more weaker than him. How much is how big how large is your level? I guess. It's like 1 poos. One poos? No, I want to say like one in like maybe near 160 or like 150 okay. around that level, but enough where like my health is not. The gauge or the gauge, I'm sorry, or whichever one, whatever. Gauge, gauge, whatever. Yeah, is it maxed out? Okay. But my strength, endurance, and adaptability are crazy fucking high. That was the point of this build. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going for too. Yeah, and my level's like 150
4, 5 maybe. So I'm not as far as you. And I took my time. Like I don't know about you, but like
you need to.
Yeah, I took my time because I never played Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls, so I wasn't too into the game at first. So I had to you know, I had to like grind pretty much. Like every time I killed all the enemies, I would go back to the campfire, make them respawn, kill them again, so I get some souls, so I can level up. So even though I did that and I'm like level 100, a lot of people finish the game at level 100. Like, but me, I'm at level 105. I don't even think I'm close to ending the game. I'm playing the DLC. I'm getting my ass whooped. So
I think like the general level everyone beats the game on, at least first time, is like between 100 120. It's like around there.
Okay.
It depending how much people wanted to grind and get everything out of it as much as they can.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I looked it up. I still have like, I think 6 big bosses I have to fight, and then like a couple smaller ones. I'm like, god damn. I'm not that far, but well, I mean, I am. I'm probably more than halfway through. But anyway, the DLC, I played only 20 minutes. You said it wasn't that impressive, but it does actually come with, at least from what I'm reading here, it comes with a lot of extra content. It looks like
it does. Do you mean like aside from weapons and armor, or do you mean like plot?
Yeah, like no, it comes with like a bunch of new items. I think like over 10 items, which is pretty good. New weapons. It comes with like around like 7. And it comes with a new shield, new armor, new spells, a bunch of new rings that you can use, a couple of new bosses to fight, new regular enemies, and 5 different locations. Which
get to that boss thing in a second.
Yeah. Okay. But I was only in one location, which is, I guess it's called Shulva Sanctum City.
Yeah, that's like your almost main hub-ish kind of area, because like you'll leave that area but end up back in it later anyway.
Oh, okay.
I like the weapons and armor that I got through it, because there's actually a couple of pieces of armor that I got there that I added to my set, and it's fucking like some sick ass armor.
Nice.
That I got through there, so I was happy that I got that shit. And it definitely made going through there easier, at least, you know, a little bit more helpful on me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I don't do mage runs.
Okay.
So maybe that I never do a mage run, because I tried one once and it was just like, oh, just sit back here and never worry about a single fight. Versus every other build I do is a shieldless greatsword or like rapier run. Okay. Like a dex build run, because those are at least fun.
Yeah. I think I have my craftsman hammer I've been using throughout the entire game pretty much, and I don't know why. I just keep using that. No,
that weapon will carry you really far for at least not end game, but not end game. For like a good while until you get, you know, at least some kind of big ass weapon like the Mastodon Greatsword.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite weapons in the game. Aside from looking cool, it's really good.
All right. So yeah, I can't wait to get that. How do you get that sword again? If you
Mastodon?
Yeah.
I think it's a drop. I forget.
Oh, it's just a drop. Okay.
I believe it's a drop item.
Okay. So all right. So you got a bunch of new enemies. You got a bunch of variety for pretty much. Well, not variety, but just new extra stuff for just $10. Like, I mean, that's pretty good. How long is the DLC?
You could beat it like really quick, because trying to think of how many bosses that you actually need to go through. There is, I think the first one that you really actually have to fight is one called the Squalor Queen.
Okay. Yeah.
Which isn't, she's not a very difficult fight.
Right.
She's kind of easy, but the problem with her is that she summons a boss that she has no relation to.
Okay.
From Dark Souls 2. I think she summons a Veldstat who guards the king, the giant king guy.
Okay.
He guards him.
Okay.
Why does she summon him?
Oh.
If someone does know, please say why. Then I'd be like, oh, okay, please don't angrily do it.
Yeah, just like, how dare you not know?
Yeah, like if you know a cool reason why, then that'd be fucking cool. But as far as I know, I don't know why he's there, other than just fuck, I have to deal with him like he wasn't annoying enough the first time.
Yeah,
now there's this crazy magic bitch, 2 people she summons. Actually, no, I think it's like 3 skeleton dudes she'll summon, and now Veldstat. Fuck this fight. And I think that's one of the first main fights. But the only reason why I think she summons people to begin with, and Nishandra does it too, is because in case no one knows his pattern, every any abyss monster or boss that you fight needs to summon other people because they're fucking pussy weak. They are bitch weak, all of them, like on their own.
Okay.
That's why they're so easy to fight on their own. But that's why they always summon Goon Squad, and it's like now the fight became difficult, either sometimes because of cool challenge or just this is getting dumb hard.
Okay, but okay. Now, first of all, let me just clarify this. She's who is Manus? Is that a character from Dark Souls?
Manus is the. I don't think he's the father of us. I think he's the Hand of the Abyss.
Okay.
He's the DLC. He's the DLC for
Dark
Souls 1. Yeah,
okay.
He's the DLC for Dark Souls 1.
Well,
he's that main boss, and he's really cool.
Okay, well, actually, I just read a little bit about Elena the Squalid Queen or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And she's a fragment of Manus, whatever the hell that means.
The Nishandra. Nishandra is the boss for Dark Souls.
How about Paprika? Is she there too?
Oh, shut up. I'm Nishandra.
Don't make me take off my jewelry.
Yo, my jewelry. But like Nishandra and Squalor Queen, yeah, they're all fragments of Manus. So they're all like much weaker. It's why they summon people, because they're so. Sorry, my voice cracked there for a second.
Yeah.
It's like they're so goddamn weak on their own.
Yeah.
That's why they have to do that, which is understandable, but make it cool difficult of like, oh, look at this cool thing they summoned, not, oh, she summoned 3 skeletons. Oh, she summoned another 3. Oh, Veldstat's here. Oh, okay.
Just a bunch of shit to just keep toppling on to the game.
And she'll keep her distance, and she doesn't move really, she just teleports as far away from you as she wants.
Right.
And she'll do that and just immediately pop me like, so here's my death spell, and I'm gonna fire it right at you.
Okay.
And it's hard to avoid her.
Okay, so all right, it sounds like the DLC is just a little too hard. Enemies that you think the enemies themselves, like the regular grunts, are decent, but you thought some of them were a little. There was no variety. You just had to either fight them or that's it. You die. And
well, it's trade for trade. It wasn't fight or die. You can easily run past almost every enemy.
Okay.
The whole thing. If you really wanted to, almost every enemy is avoidable. You could just dip through everyone.
Okay.
But it was just that Squalor Queen fight's a little dumb, but it was dealable because when you did it, you at least felt pretty badass about it because it was hard as shit.
Yeah.
So you feel gratified after that.
Okay.
But there's an optional boss that's terrible.
Okay.
We'll probably get to that soon.
I'm guessing is it like the triple team of
Goon Squad.
Okay, so it's the afflicted grave robber, ancient soldier Varg, and Sarah the old explorer, right?
Yeah, the worst fight in the game.
Okay, so just explain a little bit what you have to do.
Okay, so one guy is pretty much dressed in Havel's armor from Dark Souls 1.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. But he is.
Callback.
And he's pretty cool. Yeah, probably just a callback, which I guess.
Yeah.
He's there.
Okay.
Someone with a great bow is there. And then a dex person is there.
Okay.
And the entire fight they are on top of you.
All right. So, okay.
It's really hard to get them to break up from each other, and if you ever do, it's like one hit you'll get on one of them, and then you gotta run the fuck away.
Sounds like that one boss that we did where you had to fight I think what are they, 3 really tall
Ruined Sentinels.
Yeah. That's what you makes it sound like, because they're all always like together and stuff, and it's hard to like fight one without having to without getting hit by the others.
You notice, like, at least, but for the Ruined Sentinel fight, though, the moment you walk in, there's one guy just waiting for you.
Yeah.
And it's just him. So long as you don't fall down, it's just him. And if he falls down, then he'll get back up by himself, and the others won't join.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Okay, so you have an advantage at first.
Exactly. You're able to take one down. That's fine. And then, actually, I think there's a way to make, when you kill it, I don't think both of them will jump at you immediately. I think only one of them will go at you to start.
Okay.
But you only have time for like maybe 3 or 4 hits before the other one starts advancing on you, which is still enough time to get in a lot of hits to even out this fight.
Okay.
So that's the Ruined Sentinel fights. It's dumb, but it's only dumb because you need to really think your way through it. That's it. If you're by yourself and you're fighting 2 at the same time, or 3 at the same time, you are so going to die unless if you are Juke Master. And if you are Juke Master, I want to see your fucking video of you doing that because it's probably the hypest shit.
There's probably tons of Juke videos from
There's
Dark
probably
Souls.
so many Juke videos. I got to look up Juke City.
Juke City.
Yeah, just look up Dark Souls 2 Juke City.
Alright.
That's what I'm hoping for.
But the last boss in this is supposed to be a dragon, right?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool fight, except for the fact that that boss's weak point is a giant hit me here chest item.
I'm guessing what is a big red thing they have
No,
to hit?
it's just like a giant spear sticking out of like its chest, and it's just like, hit here, please.
Yeah, please
Please hit me
us.
here. I really don't want to live anymore.
Please hit my wound.
Exactly, just hit me right in the wounds.
Alright, so the bosses, it seems like, okay, the dragon one's pretty good, the other one's not so great, especially the Goon Squad.
Yeah, it's Goon Squad. I hate the Goon Squad fight. It's such a stupid fight, and there are ways to make it easier because you could just there's like holes in the ground that you could just, it's not holes, but like you could like jump down there, and they won't jump down. They'll actually go through the path.
Oh, okay.
That was the only smart thing about the fight, is that if you jump down, they won't jump down with you.
Okay.
They'll actually go run for the path they have to take to get to you. So you have time to heal up or throw on an enchantment or, anything like that. You have time to heal yourself up and then get back into the fight.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Yeah,
But the fact that they're always on top of each other, like if the Ruined Sentinels start off with all 3 of them at the door like, yo, what's up? and if the other 2 were always on top of you, but the third one would throw his shield and weapon at you every now and then.
Alright.
Then the Ruined Sentinel fight would be stupid. That's what that fight was.
Okay. So, alright, the bosses are, there's one good boss, the other ones are either mediocre or just dumb.
Yeah.
All the items, all the weapons, all that stuff, all the extra stuff it comes with is good. One question I have is the locations on the DLC, just like the areas that you go through. Are there a lot of like really cool secrets to find and stuff, or are they highly explorable?
There's actually one. I can't remember if I ever figured out what was going on there. Because I really can't just remember right now. I think there's a room called the Dragon Sanctuary.
Yeah.
And when you're in it, the Dragon Sanctum, and you hear a girl singing in there, right?
Okay.
I can never tell because I'm not sure if I went back there to see what was happening or you had to go back there, because I beat it twice, but with 2 different characters on 2 different difficulties. So I don't quite remember exactly what happened, because after I beat it, I didn't care and went to Shovel Knight. So,
which review for that will be coming soon too.
Shovel Knight, slam the earth. It's strike the earth. I'm thinking of
Strike the earth, yeah.
I'm thinking of a different thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm thinking of the
You think of Space Jam?
I'm thinking of Space Jam.
Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your slam.
It's so good.
Yeah. All right, so there's some cool stuff in there, like the woman crying and stuff. I guess you could just figure out.
It's her singing. I'm just like,
singing. Yeah.
Like that's really cool.
Yeah,
I want to get in there, and the first area you go into when you first see the Sunken City, you're like, it's a pretty fucking cool area.
Yeah,
it's
was
a huge area. And
yeah,
you're like,
it was.
oh, that's fucking sick.
I was just like, I was scared because there's like so many parts where you could fall off and shit. But I wanted to explore, but I'm just like, oh no, I have to
so
jump.
Easy to fall off.
I have to jump here and stuff. I'm like, oh god, but I really want to explore that. I know there's some goodies in there, but and there's parts where I'm just like, can I even make that jump? I don't know. And I tried, I didn't. So
yeah, no. I mean, like, I don't blame the game on that one. That's just like, I did it a few times too. It was just like, I'm curious.
Yeah, it's just,
and I was just like, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, it's a screwy. It's just like, yeah, you can make it, sure. Nope. You just
got to be careful. There's a lot of times I almost fell off the fucking. I almost fell off the edge of many things.
The city
because I was just like, oh, this looks cool over here, and I stopped paying attention to the floors. I go, shit.
Actually, it reminded me a lot of that one city. It's not even a city. It's remember that place where it's all dark and you have to like light all the torches while you're like climbing up on these I guess wooden houses, I guess, and there's a bunch of like zombies. It reminded me a lot of that, except it wasn't dark, so so I could see where I was going. Besides, like, oh, I can't see. Oh, I fell down. I'm dead. So. I did explore a good part of the city. I played about an hour, so I explored that city. It's just that I didn't get too far. So the city itself, I liked. So, I mean, that's just one area. So I'm guessing all the other areas are pretty damn good.
I mean, as far as area design goes, it's actually kind of cool.
Okay, cool. So the graphics...
I enjoyed the environment that I was in. I was like, this area's cool. This area's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's one that's specifically that's just a really long hallway, and I was like, I actually spent like the first like 2 minutes just constantly checking like it's a really long hallway with like a bunch of like side areas like you can like almost walk between them.
Huh.
I walk between the walls, and I kept looking at them like, "There's a guy here." I was like getting scared and like panic and like all like fucking nervous.
Yeah.
I was getting paranoid and shit. I was like, "Oh god, this is gonna suck." And I'm like, "Oh no, it's just a really intimidating room." That's it.
There's a lot of stuff like that where like the graphics for Dark Souls 2 aren't the best, definitely not. But the designs for everything is really cool. I really like the designs. So
Yeah.
I guess it holds up in the DLC with all the designs, some of the creative and kind of grotesque looking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always thought like just stuff in Dark Souls 2. It's not an M-rated game anymore, but I'm guessing Bloodborne's definitely gonna be rated M. But yeah, but this isn't rated M anymore. It's rated T. But still, like just some of the stuff, like the forest giant or whatever the hell in the beginning, reminded me a lot of stuff like you would see in Silent Hill with a big gaping face and shit. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he was a really creepy fight.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool that
he ripped off his own arm at you. Like, fuck that! I'm not letting him take it and use it as a club first.
He was like the uncute Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, no.
except when he was. Ooh, no, never mind.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Sorry, everyone. I caught myself there.
Yeah. I was about to say, man, you are not Groot. We are Groot.
I am not Groot.
Okay, so let's end this review with, I guess, just a score, unless you wanted to say something else.
So yeah, when you beat the game, when you beat the DLC, you get an item.
Okay.
That allows you to, if you go to the king's grave, where he is, like where his dead body is hunched in a corner, and then there's this big-ass undead version of walking around, you get this item, and you're able to go in the king's memories.
Okay. Oh, cool.
So, yeah, which is awesome. But when you go in there, it's just the king just kind of like sitting all sad in a corner. Just being all sobby baby like.
Oh, so you do see the king?
You do.
Oh shit! There you go. Answer the question.
Yeah, it's you see the king
dead.
Well, he's not dead. He's alive at this time. This is before he's dead.
Dead inside.
This is before. I can't believe I forgot the king's name right now.
King.
I'm so sorry.
Harry.
I forgot the king's name. I'm very sorry.
Jerry.
But you're able to go into his memories, and he talks about how. That humans are very close to being like the dark beings, or like a dark harbinger type of shit. That humans are pretty much going to rise up in an evil fuck force.
Mm-hmm.
And the Squaw Queen, if you read her description for one of her items or souls, I think, is that she's like the closest humanity. She's the closest thing to being truly human or humanity. Okay. There's some reads of something like that.
Okay, so there's some cool story in there.
Yeah, but my little prediction on that is, what if we're getting something of the furtive pygmy here? Oh, okay. Do you remember the furtive pygmy of Dark Souls 1?
No, I didn't play that far.
Alright, just a little recap. All the Lord Souls went to people, Nito, Seath, Gwyn, and furtive pygmy. Also the bitches of Izalith.
The bitches of Izalith.
Yeah, the bitches of Izalith.
Good name.
Yeah.
Inspired.
This is Witches of Izalith. No, it's the bitches of Izalith.
No, it
Fuck
should be
that fight.
Should be the woman.
No, it should be the woman. But the furtive pygmy gets the soul. He gets a soul, which I think is the dark soul. So he's pretty much the creator of humanity in a sense, or that's what I think I got from it.
Okay.
But he disappeared, and so what I think is that, and Manus was, I think the hints of what people think Manus are was a deformed human, basically. He massively deformed human.
Oh, so Gerard.
Is it like G-Rad?
Yeah, G-Rad.
So I think the furtive pygmy is probably the creator of the Abyss, is my opinion.
Okay.
Just my quick opinion is I think the furtive pygmy is the creator of the Abyss, and he's like the, if you will, original human. He is the most evil thing alive. We are getting close to fighting him.
Damn.
I think we'll actually find and fight the furtive pygmy. He's either going to be crazy, messed up looking like Manus, but like 80 times bigger and cooler and scarier. Either that, or he's just shitty, small looking like he is, and he just sits there and just like stop stabbing me, and I'm like, no, you fucking die. Or he's sitting there in his shitty little body and just casting the hypest fucking spells.
Oh man,
that's my personal thing, is that we may see the furtive pygmy. I'm hoping that's what we see.
Yeah, well,
that'd be so fucking cool.
I have a feeling like this might be the last. I mean, the next 2 DLCs might be the last thing for Dark Souls. Like, there might be a Dark Souls 3, but I think they might just continue with stuff like Bloodborne if it does well enough.
Well,
so it might just end what's going on in the Dark Souls universe. So maybe you're right.
Like, what is it? It's what is it? I think like Dark Souls 2 was created by someone completely different.
No, it wasn't. It was made by From Software. Same
it was
guys.
by From Software, but the creator of Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1.
Oh, you mean director?
Has nothing to do with Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
He's making Bloodborne right now.
Okay.
So that's why I'm thinking like if they make a Dark Souls 3, he's probably not going to be involved.
No, okay.
Again, he's probably not going to be involved at all again. He's probably going to be like, I'm too busy making Bloodborne 2.
Well, I have a feeling like it's going to be like what's his name? The guy that did it? It's something Miyazaki, I remember. Because people were getting confused, like, oh shit, Miyazaki's making a film? Like Hayao Miyazaki? And they were like, no, you idiots. Freaking Hada something Miyazaki? I'm not good with Japanese names. But,
Hayao Miyazaki?
Yeah. No, Hayao Miyazaki's the guy from,
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah, no, the guy that's... Alright, this is getting confusing.
I'm sorry, I just read something about Kojima, so all I heard was Miyazaki, so I was just like, why is he referencing that?
Screw it.
I'm sorry.
Screw it.
I was reading the Silent Hill news, I'm sorry, keep going. That's a story for another day.
That's a story for next time.
Yes.
So, anyway... What do yeah, just screw what I was saying. It doesn't matter. Anyway, what would you give this DLC? I have a scale from 0 to 10, I guess.
I guess like a 4.5.
Really?
Yeah, like a 4.55. Like interesting things should have happened, didn't happen.
Okay.
But the prospect of things that are amazing that are gonna fucking happen.
Yeah. Okay. So
fucking is right fucking there.
Now, what happens if those amazing things do happen? Would you give this DLC maybe a little higher of a score if that actually happens?
No,
okay.
I'm going to give the ones that do have it the better score.
Okay. Well, no, you make it sound like this is like pumping you up for those other ones. So
no, it's totally pumping me up. That's why when they come out, I'm going to forget that the first thing happened.
Okay. So, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, right? Because this one pumped you up so much and it didn't disappoint with the next episode, you at least me, I would like the first episode or DLC better because it did a good job of doing that.
Yeah, I'd have to come back and be like, you know what, I'm going to play through it again. Let me see what I catch. Okay. They might have hinted at things from the first DLC. Let me see what I could find. You know, things like that. And it'll be like, oh, so fucking cool.
Okay. So
I'll probably have to go back and be like, yeah, it'll definitely get cool again. It'll definitely be more awesome, but I still have to go through those fucking fights again.
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't like the fights. You didn't like a lot of the bosses.
Yeah, but I liked getting to the bosses. A lot of rooms that weren't, that weren't filled with bullshit enemies, I actually liked. There are even some of the ones that did have bullshit enemies. I was just like, yeah, I kind of like this.
All right. So you think it's average, pretty much?
It's like, yeah, it's pretty average.
Okay, so maybe like
potential is there. If the next thing... if the next thing is awesome, then awesome.
Then cool.
But if it's nothing but just, hey, look at more build up, then I'm just gonna be like, I fucking hate you. That's all it's gonna be.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the review for Dark Souls 2, the King of what the fuck? King of Siam.
The King of Siam.
The sunken treasure of the king.
The crown of the sunken.
The crown of the King of Siam. So there you go. That's the review.
Also, yeah, it is. But also, if you guys have your theories of what cool things are going to happen, let me know. If you think anything cool with the furtive pygmy is going to happen, please let me know. If you don't think anything like that's going to happen, it's going to be something way cooler, fucking let me know. Because I love looking up like Vadi and like Epic Name Bro. I love seeing what theories these guys got going on because they kind of wrote the guidebook basically for the game. So yeah, I very much want to see what's happening, and we very much want to know what you guys think is happening.
Yeah. So, and also if you have any like JoJo references or anything.
Oh,
anything I don't want to hear, just leave them to yourself.
No, you should make them, because currently one of the builds that I'm trying to go through the DLC area with is an old man Joestar build.
Okay.
I'm doing it. I'm doing everyone. He's got lightning fist for Dahaman.
Oh no.
And then his hermit purple is the notched weapon. It's pretty fucking difficult, but it works.
Oh no.
It does work. No, don't say oh no. It works.
No.
It works. It works.
No.